That's a ridge up there. There's a little bit of forest back in there. What I'm going to show you here is where we've been hunting. This is the last day of hunting right here. So, let me see. I'm going to go over here. I'll give you a pan around right here. But basically, these are clear cuts right in here. And the way it works is, you know, when those clear cuts are still fresh, within 3 years, the elk like eating out of there. But there's kind of been a change in some things here that may have threw that off. But I'll show you where we've been hunting here. And we walked all these roads down here, all the way down into there, all the way down into those woods back there, that road right back in there. We've been back in there, we've been all up in here. I got a video with a mud bath, a wallow, and that's in the summer when it gets real hot out there. Elk will make like a little mud wallow with water. There's a video I'm going to put up there with that in there. We went way up. Let me see, where is it? Way up in here where that is. So they'll put them deep in the woods where it's the coolest. They'll just lay in them when they're real hot. Those are hard to find, and we did find one. You'll see it in the video. But here's the clear cut here, you know. You can kind of see, you can get a good idea how these clear cuts work. They're the open areas where they log all the logs. They're the open areas right here, but we got a couple problems here. This is our last day of hunting. We didn't really see any elk out here. And Mike's got his game cams set up out here. And he's seen 9 bulls on the game cams. And that was just, you know, about a month ago, 6 weeks ago. So what happened in the last week here? 2 things. One, you had full moons, like about four nights in a row. You got a harvest moon, all different kind of moons. And what will happen is those elk will go out and feed. They'll feed at night, you know, instead of coming out during the day when it's hot. They'll just come out and feed at night because they can see. And so that is to them, it's a preferred time. So they'll do that. And then another thing that happened, if we go back over here, all these clear cuts, Mike was out here and a chopper flew in here and he sprayed all these clear cuts. And so you can see just the pines. Normally these will be a little greener in here. So what we're thinking is that spray killed off a lot of the stuff that the elk eat. You know, the elk don't eat these pines right here. They eat like some of this other stuff in here. And when that chopper came in here, it sprayed this whole area. Everything you see in these clear cuts is brown, it sprayed it. So we don't know, but like all in that back area back there too, that was all sprayed. So between those moons and, you know, the spray, but you know, it could be that spray is what causes hoof rot too. So yeah, that's what these companies do. They spray this and to keep those pines growing in there, which you can see. You know, if we see the pines, those are going to grow up and be big trees like them one day. And so that's what they want. But one of the side effects is I don't think these elk have a good source of food anymore. And they do. They always have natural food out there in the, or, you know, they always have food out here in the woods. But these clear cuts, because they get more sun that comes in, hits them compared to the woods, they like these clear cuts. So that's a good way to hunt them. You know, you come walking right along this road and you can look right down in here and see them. But then, you know, you call them and you can do cow calls, bugles, whatever you got to do to get them. But right now it's dead. We've been hunting three days. And a bunch of things. Still kind of hot out here. You know, the spray I was talking about, the moons where they come out at night and they just kind of sleep during the day. And yeah, like I was saying, the heat. it's still kind of hot. It's just cooling down, so we're gonna go home and you know, go home. I gotta go back to work and maybe come back next weekend and give it another try, you know, see what's going on, wash your clothes, you know, take showers, all that kind of thing, and go pick Remy up. She's at the kennel. And then we'll come out here. But yeah, this is where we hunt. And like I said, you know, we walk. The camp is all the way back up this road. You know, way out another couple miles. We got to walk still to the camp. It's back, you know, way back in here. You can't see, of course, but you got to walk down this road here. I'll walk up here. But yeah, no, these clear cuts, that's where you kind of hunt. This is where you see a lot. And you can't see it where I'm standing, but even right here, you got this ridge right here. It dips down into another clear cut. That's a good one. That's a real good one. You can kind of see the tree line right here. Yeah, at the bottom of that, there's a creek. You can kind of see it if I get over here. Yeah, but all that clear cut, it's all prime elk, and we're in a good spot. There's bulls out here, but they're not active. It's been ghosting out here. So yeah, there's that wallow. Like I said, we were way up in here in these woods. We hiked way up in them woods. That's where that wallow was at, that mud wallow, and that's where we think they are. You know, usually they'd be in here, you know, they'd be right down in here, right over this ridge right here, right down to the bottom. It'd stay that close up, and then they kind of moved back in here, and now we think they're just kind of hanging out up in these woods right here. I've seen some deer. That was kind of cool, seeing the deer. Little lizard, you know, a bunch of snakes. That's about it though. Yeah, that's about it. The elk are, yeah, I came out here 2 years ago and probably seen 20 to 30 elk 2 years ago when I came out here hunting. I haven't seen one. And we covered other areas too, just besides this, but you can kind of see, you know, where this kind of comes out over here. And we'll walk up that way another 1.5 miles, 2 miles probably, to get back to the camp. And so yeah, that's it. That's elk hunting out here. Maybe I'll take a little more video next when we come out this weekend. So but yeah, another look at the it's getting cloudy here too, which is nice. It did rain a sprinkle a little bit last night, so that was nice. It's cooling down. It needs to do that too. Or to get them rutting, you know, into that rut, you know, he's got to cool down. And the conditions, you know, there's probably a few conditions that got to be met before they go into that rut. I don't think we're there yet, so we'll come back next weekend. Give it a try. So, all right, talk to you next weekend.